Hey, welcome to Swing the X Zone. Sam Farid here. I come to you live every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, right now, I'm a little bit behind because I did the first round on Facebook. Now I'm back here again after long productive day, uh, working out, taking care of action that I have to put together to get to where I want to go. And what I do is every Sunday, I come here live to exchange knowledge with you, and we talk about mind, body, spirit, setting up goals, success, future, and share ideas with each other. So today, I went over the second rule of Swing the X mentality. If you're not familiar, if you're new here and not familiar with what Swing the X is a mentality, is a mindset that represents continuous action towards any goal or obstacle that you want to accomplish. Okay, so it has rules. Each rule has a specific action settings, and one of the rules is we move fast. Axe swingers, we move fast. Okay, so I was having a coaching session with somebody not too long ago, and that person told me about fear. Okay, their fear of doing a lot of things. They live in fear, and told me the story about the environment that that person grew up in had put so much fear in their habits, and today is controls a lot of what that person does. So I want to share about what moving fast has to do with accomplishing fear. First thing I want you to know about fear is it doesn't exist. It does not exist. So there's also a sentence put together for fear stands for false event appears real. Okay, so it's just in the mind. Another thing I want you to understand that if you believe to the thoughts that fear will give you, the thoughts that are generated through the fear, it will paralyze you. It will slow you down. It will make you take a step back and not taking a step forward. Okay, so the best thing the best way to overcome the fear is instant action, quickly. That's why I say we move fast. For example, as you know, I'm not from here. I moved to the States 15 years ago. I grew up in Baghdad, Iraq. I was 15 years old. So when I first moved to the US, I struggled with the language. My English wasn't as good as today, and when I would be sitting in class, it was very difficult for me to understand the communications and the topics going on in class. So, for example, once in math class, I would understand the numbers, but I didn't know how to ask question, and I always had that fear of coming off as dumb or gonna be made fun of or not gonna sound right, and everybody's gonna laugh at me. Okay, so I use this technique of speed of implementation. I moved fast towards what I wanted to do to overcome that fear. And what I did is this: I would be sitting in class, and when the teacher is teaching, would ask any questions. And even when I didn't have a question, I would immediately raise my hand because I knew what any questions mean. So I would immediately raise my hand, put myself under that pressure, knowing that I don't have a question to ask. And when the teacher says, "Okay, Sam, what is your question?" I'm like, at that second, right away, I would look on a word on the board, try to say, tie it with a how or why sentence, put in a how and why sentence, or a how and why sentence, and ask randomly. I wouldn't even make sense of what I'm trying to say, but the teacher would try to help out by responding back with, "Are you trying to say this? Are you trying to say that? Do you mean this and that?" And I would say, "Yeah," and still I'm not even understanding what the heck he's saying. But the point is this: I didn't allow the fear to take a space in my mind because I knew as soon as it did, I'm not gonna raise my hand. I am not gonna take the action. I am not gonna seek the answer. I am not gonna take a step forward. Okay? And in this life, just like we have gravity that drags you down. You're gonna have resistance from moving forward motion, resisting of lack of knowingness, lack of knowledge, lack of communication skills. It will resist you, but if you don't take a step forward because of the fear, you will never find an answer. So, your homework for tonight is notice yourself. When are you hesitating or taking action based on fear, which means retracting, pulling yourself back rather than push forward? Okay, and I guarantee you, you're gonna notice you're gonna catch you're gonna catch a lot of habits that you do that based off the fear. Okay, for example, a lot of people are not comfortable speaking in public. Then they call themselves antisocial or introverted. And I personally don't believe there's such a thing, introverted, antisocial. That's bullshit. That's crap. That's a lie. They tell themselves to settle down their worriness. I believe everybody is social. I believe everybody is extroverted. I believe everybody have the ability to connect, communicate, and seek answers and truth for what they're looking for. Problem is, when you tie fear to it, you end up pulling yourself back, and then you call yourself introvert. In this world, if you want to succeed, whether you're a personal trainer, whether you are a doctor, whatever it is that you do, you need to be in front of people. You need to have the ability to say whatever the truth that you want to say. You want to be able to be okay with the outcome, negative or positive, and be willing to do something about it. Okay? A lot of people get disappointed from a negative outcome. They develop fear of trying again, and they will never try again, and they settle. Okay? You don't want to be one of these people. Guys, you see that? You see that attractive girl passing by, and you have the desire to talk to her, and you fear the rejection. Don't give the thought time to accumulate. Go, take the action, say something. Okay? In the business industry, if you're in a sales position and you have to make a lot of phone calls and not comfortable talking on the phone, okay, or you wish that person would not pick up the phone because you don't want to talk and afraid of leaving a message, leave that message. Leave that message. Don't worry about what you say. Don't worry about if you're gonna sound dumb. Don't worry about if you're gonna sound stupid. It's not like the end of the world, okay? In class or at a meeting, mastermind, social events, if you have a question, don't worry about if you're gonna sound wrong or if you're gonna sound stupid. Don't worry. Raise your hand. Go for it. Figure out what you're gonna do once you get there. Okay? So, because if you really think of it, what's the worst thing could happen? Nothing. The fear. I'm gonna tell you exactly how we're wired as a human being. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, there's a part of your brain inside the center of the brain called the hypothalamus. In other words, is the sniper that sits in the middle of your brain that watches out situations to protect you. It's like a sensory for danger. Tells you like this is a threatening moving object. Watch out. Move. Okay? Now hundreds of thousands of years ago, before we were developed the way we are developed today, before we are evolved as we are evolved today, your brain wouldn't know the difference of a dangerous snake on the ground or a wire. Okay? Until your friend stepped on that, whatever it is, wire or a snake, and turned out to be a snake that bit him and your friend died, and then you realize, oh my God, I'm in danger. That's when you started creating the fear. The fear will try to protect you. So it's in our DNA today. We are wired that way. It's natural. However, it's tricky. And you don't want it to trick you. Today, the good news is you don't have to worry about the snake. You don't have to worry about the lion. You don't have to worry about the bullets falling at you. You don't have to worry about you're going to get killed if you didn't answer right. You don't have to worry about these things. The worst thing could happen is nothing. But believing that the existence of the fear in your mind and that imagination, and you never take action, that is the worst execution you could do to your spirit. Okay? So if you're looking for that freedom for yourself, the freedom, the inner freedom for yourself, unleash yourself from the fear. And I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to let that to sink in to your cells of your body, and associate that idea that I just gave you with your actions to act immediately to what it scares you to do. Face your fears. Thank you very much for being here. If you are watching this live, I appreciate you. If you are watching this after it has been recorded, you can still ask questions, message me, and I would be more than happy to respond back. I do have an announcement to make from last week. If you were here last week, I covered stress and sugar, and I also offered 5 coaching sessions for 5 people only, one-on-one, stress management. So what I do is I run a stress management program for big corporations for a high price, and I offered a part of it for free for the first 5 people that take action, and congratulations for the first 5 people that took action. I apologize for the others who messaged me and I didn't message back. That's because I was already booked, and I honestly can't give more than 5 free sessions because I need my time as well to do other things for me, to create other things for my future goals. But I will keep you updated when I have some giveaways for next time. Make sure you take action immediately. Let me wave for Scott right here. And don't forget, every Sunday 3 p.m. Eastern time, I come to you live, Swing the X Zone. I'm Sam Farid. If you want to learn more about inspiration, mind, body, spirit, you can find me on YouTube. The link is in the bio. YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, etc. It's at Sam Farid. Thank you so much. I will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.